been real busy, man. Just a lot going on, but still got my eyes on the sport, man. I didn't like with everybody, man. Did I watch last weekend? Of course. Am I gonna sit here and comment and like indulge in it? No, man. It is what it is. I'm not gonna go into the whole deal of it, but it is what it is, man. It's I don't want to even get into it, man. You guys watched it. I'm not gonna speak on it. It was what it was. Let's move forward, okay? So big news. Really two fights that got announced, but one that we already kind of knew about. Meaning, with Tank and Lamont Roach now that got pushed to March 1st. As if like we're like clamoring for that fight. But I'll speak on that at a later date. But listen, man, a fight that I feel is a fight that all of us at one point were kind of calling for, didn't think we were gonna get, and we got. And this is rarity in this day and age in boxing, man, where a lot of the young fans, I guess, are not used to seeing your contemporaries fight each other, right? Now, what do I mean by your contemporaries? You're seeing this a lot, and it's something that I like to preach a lot. Okay, what are your contemporaries? What does that word mean, right? Your contemporaries are the guys that are in and around your weight class, or really in your weight class, that are the top tier. Okay, sometimes that doesn't mean that those guys are world champions. Okay, like you take a situation where you got a guy who is the champion in the division, but you have like 3 other guys in that division that are the top tier. Those are your contemporaries, okay? And then when you add the other champions, right? When you have a WBA, WBC, whatever, those are your contemporaries. But sometimes, and this is historically how we became fans of the sport, where it wasn't just always the champions and the champions fighting each other, okay? A lot of times, man, it was the number 2 and number 3, the number 1 and number 2 guys fighting to get that shot. This is what Benavidez and Morrell is. And I think these fights are what's really been a damper in boxing, where we haven't gotten a lot of these fights. Because these fights set the tone for the next guy to become the next guy. A lot of these young fans think fighters just become stars like out of nowhere. Like, oh, I'm not going to fight anybody and I'm just going to start making millions of dollars. It don't work that way. Okay? And I'm not going to put names out there, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it has always been the constant that when you fight top level opposition in and around your weight class and you beat them, guess what happens? Your status goes up. This is not rocket science, guys. This has been like the constant. And no matter if you are like somebody that they're trying to anoint as a star or whatever, if you're not fighting anybody and you're not beating anybody, the casual public know that. Like they're not stupid. So anyway, David Benavidez and David Morrell is a prime example of a fight that the winner really is going to stamp themselves as being the guy to fight at this stage, Artur Beterbiev, okay? David Benavidez and David Morrell have both gone up to 175. Neither guy has looked like this menacing figure that they were at 168, which is why this fight is interesting, because we're going into it with question marks with both guys. Benavidez is the more experienced guy. Like, let's not sit here and act like he's not. He absolutely is. He's fought Caleb Plant. He's fought, was it Andre Dirrell he beat? He's fought David Lemieux. He beat Boo Boo. So he's fought obviously bigger names, like more experienced fighters. But at the same time, David Morrell is one of he's one of these hybrid Cuban fighters where you see a lot of the Cuban fighters that had that defensive style. He doesn't really fight like that. He engages a little more, but he has a bit of that Cuban schooling in him. But again, he's right at around the size of Benavidez, and he's a young, fresh fighter. But you got two guys, man, that are really, While Benavidez is more experienced, Morrell still, it's not like he's that off, you know? So that's why this fight it's very intriguing, man. It's very intriguing. And dare I say, like 3-4 years ago, I don't think this fight gets made, because I just think they would have prevented this fight from being made just to not put the risk there. But let's also put this on the table too. The PBC don't got a lot to work with, guys, okay? They don't got a lot to work with, and they got to make matchups that are going to bring people in, and here you go. You know, that's why I feel like Benavidez, like, I don't think, be it Morrell or whoever, like, I don't think it was ever a deal they didn't want to fight each other. Like, I didn't think so, but I just think it's, the PBC don't got a lot, again, they don't got a lot to work with, man, and I think for both of these guys, it's a big win for both of them. Even for Benavidez, beating Morrell, that's a big win. Even at 175, it's a big win. Then him and then for Morrell, think of if he beats Benavidez, man. That's what I'm saying. We got to get more of these fights, man. We got to get more of these fights. And it's other stuff, like it's like other fights, like I don't know, like a key. I mean, Keyshawn's gonna fight Baranchyk, but like a Kid Austin and a Keyshawn, like they should make those fights. You know, regardless of who you think is gonna win, like they should make those fights. That fight shouldn't wait till like they're champions. You know, we gotta get more of those fights. That's why I'm happy this fight is happening, and the card doesn't look bad either. You know, so they're gonna have the Figueroa and Fulton rematch on there. So I'm not mad, man. I'm really not mad. I'm actually glad that they're making this fight happen. Both guys, you already saw the little, you know, they're going at it. So it's going to be a nice little build-up. I'm excited for it. I don't think the fight's going to the cards. And, you know, when you get those kind of fights, man, we're all going to tune in. So let me know. David Morrell, David Benavidez, or David Morrell. And then March 1st, we're going to have, I'll talk about that at the later date, Tank and Lamont Roach. But that's pretty much it, man. We're wrapping up the year. I'm still going to talk about Usyk and Fury 3. That's really creeping out. It's like a month away. But yeah, man, the year's wrapping up, and you know, I don't want to say it's been a bad year. I think we're still in this like this transition year, man. Listen, and a lot of y'all don't even know this yet. Okay, maybe you guys do, maybe you guys don't. ESPN, and maybe you guys have seen some of this. ESPN, there's big rumblings right now that ESPN is about to be out of here in boxing. They're about to be out of here, and it's no surprise. It's just where everything is going right now. Everything's going towards streaming. Even the major sports like NFL, the NBA, you know, they're going through this transition phase as far as the broadcasting. I mean, look, Netflix is going to be hosting, they're going to be showing the NFL in December. Netflix is going to be showing Monday Night Raw starting in January. They did this Jake Paul fight with Mike Tyson. They are getting into other live sports. So we're really seeing this shift, man. I mean, it really all started with HBO, if you think about it. And now it's been just sign of the times, man. How many of you guys have cable TV? You know? But that's pretty much it, man. And guys, enjoy you guys' weekend. I'll talk about Usyk Fury coming up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about Morrell Benavidez. I'm excited. So I'm out. Peace.